Now that we've covered the 6 core colors of Magic, yes, color still counts, kind of, it's time to dig into the wonderful world of color pairings, where Magic really starts cooking with gas, or with mana. Each color combo represents a philosophical compromise, like a group project where one person does all the work and the others just bring snacks. These are the guilds, the archetypes, the strange bedfellows that make Magic so damn spicy. Let's break them down, one dysfunctional relationship at a time. And thank you to this commenter for the idea. Keep them coming. Azorius is the classic rules lawyer pairing. It's for the player who shows up to the table with a printed out errata sheet and a smug grin. White brings structure, blue brings control, and together they form the HOA of the multiverse. Azorius doesn't win so much as it slowly convinces you that losing was your idea. Detain, counter, exile, rinse, repeat. Every time someone plays Azorius, I start wondering if I left the oven on, just so I can excuse myself from the game early. If you've ever lost a game and you had no idea how, you were probably playing against Dimir. This is the spy pairing. Secrets, subterfuge, and stealing your entire graveyard just to say, thanks, I'll be taking this now. Blue manipulates information, black manipulates everything else. Dimir decks are basically just villain origin stories printed on cardboard, and if you ask the player what their win condition is, they'll say, you'll find out, and then they'll mill you for 30. Or they'll ninjutsu in a creature you've never heard of, and then hit you for 12. None of their game plan makes sense until it's too late. Rakdos is the color combo that shows up to a funeral with fireworks. Rakdos doesn't care if it wins, it just wants the game to end in blood, fire, and possibly laughter. It's chaos, but with a body count. Black brings the ruthlessness, and red brings the unpredictability. And together, they turn Magic into a punk rock mosh pit where everyone's life total is just a suggestion. You look at your life total at your turn and it's sitting pretty nicely at 40. Then you look down at your cards and back at it, and somehow it's been halved. Congratulations, you've been Rakdosed. Gruul is the feeling when someone slams down a 10 power creature and yells, I attack with everything, without reading the board. That's Gruul energy. It's all instincts and aggression. No card draw, no permission, just raw, unapologetic violence. Gruul is what happens when red's passion meets green's muscle, and they decide that punching things is better than talking about them. If your strategy involves asking, can I kill them this turn every 5 minutes? Congrats, you might be a Gruul player. Selesnya is the color combo equivalent of a wholesome cult. You think it's just some peaceful druids and knights planting trees and hugging wolves, but then they flood the board with tokens and you're buried under 30 vigilant squirrels. Green grows, white organizes, and together they create a terrifyingly efficient commune of value. If you've ever lost to a 1/1 Saproling swinging for 60 because of some anthem effect 3 turns ago, yeah, that's Selesnya. Fear the squirrels. Orzhov is what happens when you take white's love of structure and black's love of profit and end up with a magical IRS. This pairing is all about draining your soul 1 life point at a time, while looking incredibly fashionable. Orzhov doesn't hit you in the face, it politely invoices you for your suffering, charges interest, and uses your corpse as a resource. I've never felt more financially unstable in a commander game when I start my turn and the Orzhov player reminds me that all my non-creature spells cost 4 more, and whenever I play a creature they gain life and I lose life. It is a lose-lose scenario. Izzet is the mad scientist color combo. These are the players who want to cast 40 spells in 1 turn, not because it's smart, but because it's fun. Blue calculates, red improvises. Together, they build something unstable, sparkly, and usually lethal. Izzet decks have an energy that screams, what happens if I copy this infinite combo again? And the answer is usually a stack 12 spells high and a very confused judge being called. If you're into drawing half your deck, storming off, and exploding gloriously, welcome home. Golgari is that one raccoon who lives in your trash and somehow has a mortgage. This is the color pairing of life, death, and reusing everything. Black kills, green regrows. Together, Golgari turns your graveyard into a Costco value bin of recurring threats. Playing against Golgari is like trying to stomp a weed. The moment you clear the board, they've already regrown, mutated, and are demanding rent. I once exiled a Golgari player's entire graveyard, and they just thanked me. Like they actually smiled. It was terrifying. Boros is the kick in the door and yell about justice pairing. Red wants to fight, white wants to enforce order. So what you get is a very angry, very shiny army. Boros is the ultimate aggro color pair, fast, focused, and always swinging. It's got the discipline of a drill sergeant and the subtlety of a flaming sword. Boros decks usually run out of steam by turn 7, but if you're not dead by then, that's honestly your fault. Play Boros if you like damage, loyalty, and yelling, "For the Legion!" unironically. And last but not least, Simic is like the quiet kid in class who suddenly builds a cyborg octopus that taps for 12 mana. It's the combination of green's natural power and blue's unnatural experiments. Simic doesn't just grow creatures, it enhances them, mutates them, clones them, gives them trample, hexproof, and 12 triggers. It's evolution, but on Red Bull. You'll think everything is fine until you realize that 2/2 you ignored 3 turns ago is now a flying, hexproof Hydra that draws 3 cards per swing. Nature found a way. There's a reason why Prophet Crufix is banned. And there you have it. 10 color pairs, 10 ways to play. 10 excuses for why someone at your table is being incredibly annoying in a very specific way. The beauty of these combinations is that they let you express yourself, not just mechanically, but philosophically. Philosophically, that's a word. Are you a cold-hearted Dimir operative? A chaotic Rakdos performer? A Selesnya squirrel cultist? There's a pairing for you. There's probably a precon for you. And if not, you'll build one. Poorly. And it'll still be fun.